years, Ron beat all odds.
They told him that he would never walk again, that he would be wheelchair bound for the rest of his life. But he came out of the hospital in the wheelchair. He was in the wheelchair for maybe 2 weeks, if that. Before we knew it, he was back on a motorcycle.
But I tricked him.
As different as they are, Ron and Jesse do have one thing in common.
I got hurt racing motorcycles when I was young, when I was 15, and I didn't walk for 3 years.
Suffering from a shattered femur and multiple compound fractures, Jesse was in traction for 7 days before the surgeons could operate.
This is where my tibia came out of my leg, my first crash. This is where it came out again. This is where the rod was put in, go through. There's the pin going through. There's a scar here, scar here. When I was in the emergency room, they told me I wasn't going to have a leg when I woke up, so it pretty much changed my life.
The accident may have taken Jesse out of the racing circuit, but his racing history left a lasting mark on his design style.
Looks good. I think Ron's in trouble.
Back in Detroit at Voodoo Choppers, Eric tackles the gas tank.
I'm excited to do some work for Ron because I've known him for a long time. He's been like an idol, like one of those motorcycle gods. The top two pieces are pretty complicated, so we're getting there.
Customs, the Finchmen march on. Ron gets set to march out.
I'm just looking over double cross, and there's something lacking right here. We've got to go to the junkyard. Got to have treasures all the time. It's not junk.
Ron heads out in search of found art for his bike.
I think we got to go over there where we're not supposed to. Gotta be something good here, though. Oh, yeah. That's a nice one there. I've had some of these once. Come off here, then turn around like a beak of a bird or talons on an eagle.
Ron has a history of turning trash into treasure. Whether he's shaping motorcycles or steel sculptures, Ron Finch takes art to a whole new level.
Yeah, I think I found something here. Kind of like a crisscross. I think it could happen.
At Rook Customs, Jesse jumps ahead.
My fenders get welded into the bikes, has a structural integrity to it as well, so it's really important for us to have a good fit, everything lines up, and get it welded in tight. So there we got the starting for our fender.
Jesse's bike is coming together in record time, but hard work and dedication has a downside.
I don't have a girlfriend right now. I dated somebody for a long time, and I kind of figured that that was just going to be my relationship. She's a Broadway dancer and lives in New York, and I'm not going to live in New York. I have a lot of toys, dirt bikes, boats, jet skis, and you can't have that stuff in New York. But I don't have a girlfriend, and a lot of times I wish I did, because I don't have anybody. Cool. Rear fender's mounted.
To match his retro styling, Jesse installs a spring-mounted seat.
Feels good. It's going to be really comfortable, easy to ride, fast.
Jesse completes his fabrication way ahead of schedule.
Looks good to me. Get her off the paint now.
After waiting days for the parts, the pieces finally start to fall together for the Finchmen.
Hey, it's about time. Hey, better than you, the best.
What is this 3-in-1 Finch creation?
Oil tank? Yes, Mistake. Fender.
Yeah, a little hard line here. That should do it, I think. Like, don't like.
Here you go, Ronnie. Set of cheeks.
While the fender gets a stamp of approval, the front end arrives.
Look at this.
Sweet.
Finally, the Finchman can finish. Ron is anxious to ride. In Arizona, Jesse heads over to Area 5150 for paint.
What I'm thinking for this bike is I think the base of it is going to be gold, majority of the color. The wheels are going to be the star pattern, you know, black. So maybe we can carry a star through up on the top. It's going to be black as well.
Let's draw this out so we'll make sure we get it right.
Okay. Yeah, and let it whip. I want lines like this.
While the design is finalized, the frame goes in for gold base.
This is my gun, and this is my gun.
Gold is cool. I'm going to feel like a rock star for sure on this.
Day 6 in Detroit. It's time to paint at Ron's garage, but first he must decide on a color.
Truthfully, I never think about it until I'm ready to paint. Now it's in prime. It's time to paint.
Ron is known for blending multiple colors to create a rolling psychedelic sensation.
First of all, we're going to spray it black. Then I'm going to go over that with ice pearl. Then I'm going to go over candy colors to blend from brandy wine to purple.
Since the 60s, Ron has been painting some of the most far-out bikes to hit the streets. This self-taught painter got his start with a simple philosophy. If that guy can do it, so can I. At Area 5150, Jesse adds a personal touch to his motor mount.
This bike here, I wanted to put my signature on it, kind of establishing, you know, my rock star image.
First attempt, failure.
Jesse and his rock star signature didn't work, so now we've got to try to get this off of here without ruining it. We got one more chance for this, and no more intercoat on there, bro.
I don't like my position here.
Ta-da! Superstar.
With his signature complete, Jesse has other business to attend to.
Alright, I'm supposed to go meet some girl for the first time, so I'm going to go and meet, greet, and see what happens. I'll be back later. Thanks.
See you later.
After 72 hours of paint, Ron starts the graphics.
What I do is I start creating design, and I kind of just build on it as it goes. Like reading a book. When we get to the last page, you know what the book said. Even though I never read a book in my life.
With the double cross design in place, it's time for color. Ron is doing hard time on graphics. Meanwhile, Jesse is free of paint duty. He decides to skip town. Back at Area 5150, Tony goes in for a free hand design. To integrate the bike, Jesse requested silver paint.
Okay, we can add a little bit of silver for Jesse.
What? No silver, no silver. Where are you putting silver? Silver sucks.
All right, here we go.
Said if I don't like it, I'm wiping it off. Tony, this silver looks like poodle poop.
Unfortunately for Jesse, these guys are taking matters into their own hands.
He got his silver, but unfortunately it's under the black.
Okay.
In Detroit, no one says no to Ron Finch. He chooses his own colors for pinstriping.
That did it. I'm going to bed.
Final assembly at Rook Customs. Jesse prepares to go full throttle.
Just got the frame back from paint. I think it looks really good. Now we're going to get to assembling it. This is the S&S engine, best engine in the industry. This engine being a 96-inch, the bike weighing only 350 pounds, it's going to be faster than anything that Ron puts together. You don't need the biggest engine to hit the most speed.
Shaving anywhere from 200 to 300 pounds off the weight of conventional motorcycles, Jesse's streamlined design reflects his less is more philosophy.
It's all unique to my bike. This setup here eliminates the use of triple trees and allows me to build a really simple looking front end, you know, the old girder style, similar to a bicycle look. I build stuff to go fast and be functional and not needing triple trees. They're gone. This is a Rook. It's my logo. It's also a cap for my headset assembly. It's the final touch in my front end assembly. Try to keep people from saying rookie, since I'm not a rookie. Rook.
This Rook is up against the king and his entire army. After a full night's sleep, the troops return to the battlefield.
I just cannot wait to hear this thing run.
A delivery for King Finch.
That's my trouble trees that just came back from the polisher. And if you remember back when you saw them a couple days ago, they were just a rough chunk. No more!
The triple trees are back, but there's a problem with the engineering.
You made a mistake when they cut it right there where it should be cut right there.
If it isn't fixed, this holds the integrity of the front end. This holds the main stem onto the bike for the whole front end. And if this gives, it's going to come apart. And I can't have Rod crash. Not on TV. Not ever.
The triple trees head back to the machine shop, and the Finchmen head back to work. But work is proving difficult.
Ain't got no parts!
It's 110 in Cactus Town, but the heat isn't slowing Jesse down. With the front end